I'm going to bed after I make this video. Hey, it's your favorite internet nerd Alter, and I feel like I say this a lot in my videos, but today I'm going to be doing something very different from what I normally do. I'm going to be doing a self-critique type video where I'm going to be reviewing my own music. And I just want to do more content and do more things with this channel instead of just posting music all the time, because it's my channel and I really want to do other things with it. So please sit back, relax, and enjoy this video. So this song that I made a couple of months ago was possibly one of the most hardest songs I think I've ever produced. And it's not just because of the sound design aspect. That part was really easy for me. The part that was really hard was trying to make the bass line and trying to make everything sound nice. Because if you don't remember it, a couple months ago I kept on taking down the video and putting it back up repeatedly over and over again because I was never satisfied with the original song. But this is the end result that I got, and I can say that I'm pretty satisfied with it. It's not perfect like I would want it to be, but I think it's still pretty good. There's also a shit ton of symbolism behind the song that I'm going to get into later, but right now we're just going to discuss what I like and what I don't like about the song. So what I think I enjoyed the most was the overall hook and the melody of the song. I think that was really nice, and it was really rare. The choir I put in the middle of the song I actually really do kind of like. I don't know why I added it, but it's just something that I did, and I just kind of went along with it and just rolled with it, I guess. Another thing that I really like about the song was Carol's vocals that I got from her when we were working on the song with the school project that I had to do. And this is also where a lot of symbolism comes in. This song actually was for a school project, but all of my friends really hated it and didn't like it, and so I just made it into my own song. Now, while I do like the bass line and almost everything that is a part of it, the thing that I am not the most fond of is how it was arranged. But the thing I was trying to go for in this song was trying to make one predominant bass like you hear in most songs. Maybe some dubstep songs you might hear, there's one predominant bass and maybe a couple of other sounds and one growl. That's what I was trying to go for in the song, and I kind of executed it fairly well. Not the best, but it was an okay result at best. I feel like one of the most defining things that led to the downfall of the song was the BPM that I had it in. It was in 140 BPM, and the time signature was 1/2, and the results were, oh my gosh, it was so hard to do. Because everything I did was either on beat or off beat. Every other sound I put down was on beat or either off beat, and I couldn't make it perfect, which really sucked, and it was the hardest thing for me to do, which was why I got the result that I did. However, the intro, the outro, and I want to say some of the transitions that I had in it are things that I also really do strongly admire. this is possibly one of my only songs where I actually really like it. There's a lot that is wrong with it, but there's like hardly anything that I can say that is wrong with this song. There's probably stuff that people who didn't make it may find that's wrong with it, but I just made this song so that it could like best suit me. I just made the song kind of for myself. But the intro is pretty cool. Actually, while I was making this song, I was also making Marcel's Castle. And the thing about the song, the way I got the melodies, the way that I did, is that while I was doing this song, I was also in piano class of my junior year, and I was learning about different chords and stuff. And while I was doing that, I learned kind of on my own how Middle Eastern people make their music, kind of, just by playing like one note, and kind of like a little bit of how like Sultan does his type of stuff, and that's how I came up with like the melody for this. But all the other areas of the song were pretty cool as well. The one thing I say that I really hate the most is that I can mix it just fine, perfectly, but I can't master it really well. And that's something like I really suck at. Even still, I do suck at it. But I like this song a lot because this is where I really started to get the gist of sound design and how to make different sounds and how I do certain things. And the thing I like about the bass lines is that both of them are very heavy, yet also very melodic with the fills that I got in them. And that's all I really have to say. Let's move on. While this may be my second attempt at making melodic dubstep, I can say that the way I made the bass line and the way it was constructed was very well, I'd say. While it may feel a little bit empty at some points throughout the song, I feel like the way I implemented Carol's vocals really scratched that itch for the listener and for me as well. And I feel like I implemented Carol's vocals very well into the overall track. This is my second attempt at making melodic dubstep, and I do have to say I like melodic dubstep just a little bit more than normal dubstep, just because it's something that almost anybody can vibe to, and it's just like really upbeat and really nice, and I really enjoy it a lot. And Carol's vocals were actually very astonishing. I'm gonna be honest, for real, that girl can sing. The transitions throughout the song, however, were exceedingly lackluster and had almost little to no work put into them whatsoever. That is my fault, and I was just very lazy and I didn't know what to do or how to like transition it properly, and that's why it sounds so bad. Also, need to remind you that I was still trying to learn how to sample vocals and sample different things to learn how to put them into bass lines and maybe even use them as pre-drop vocals, but even I could still not even do that to save my life. Despite this being the first rhythm track I've ever made, I feel like the results were pretty good, to say the least. Not gonna say I did a bang up job making it, but I'd say the results were pretty good. Not too great, but not bad. The first drop and the second drop were constructed fairly well. I just used all these sounds and like mashed them all together just to make this one singular bass line. And the second drop was just a bunch of growls repeatedly going on over and over again, but isn't that what rhythm really is? Even though you might not notice it at first, the second drop was actually very generic. All you hear is just a bunch of growls and a bunch of weird sounds at every corner, and it's nothing new, it's nothing fresh, and it's just the same thing repeatedly playing over and over again. And this is not something that bothers me, but more something that just genuinely confuses me. I added a death step sound I sound designed from a couple months back. I don't know honestly why I did that, because it's just a sound that I sound designed in my own time, and I don't know why I put it in, because I don't know why. I don't know necessarily why I added it, I just thought that it would fit well, because another sound that I had in the song I didn't think would fit well, but even then I could have still added some other sounds to make it fit well, and I still didn't even do that, and I don't know why I didn't. So yeah, I suck at making music. Just a forewarning, I'm just gonna let you guys know that I'm gonna try my hardest not to cry on you while I'm recording this, but I'm not gonna make any promises. It is the first song that I made when I was back off of the hiatus, and it's a very, very symbolic and very, very sad song. And I'm going to explain all of its symbolism to you guys right now. So back when I first released this song, I left a little comment on my video dropping a hint that I knew the person that I was making the video about in some way, or that I was related to them at least, which is true. So Joel, who's the guy I made the song about, is my oldest brother, and he's the entire reason why I had to quit making music for a little while, because of an emotional point in my career where I really just couldn't bear the pain. And he got into an almost fatal accident, which really left a mark on our family and really kind of scarred me. Because his injuries were almost so messed up that he could even take parts of his face off and put them back, which was honestly the most gruesomely terrifying thing I've probably ever witnessed. So long story short, he just got a dog, and the dog was obviously very bad, and I don't know why it would do it, but it started to bite Joel, and it just really fucked him up very badly, to the point where we had to go to the hospital. And it just completely tore apart my brother. So I made the song because I was very, very sad, and I felt very bad for him, and I just wanted to make him something to get through that tough time he was going through. It's very different from what I usually make. I don't usually do mid-tempo, but I kind of like doing this song because I thought it was really fun to do, and I enjoyed it a lot. But the thing I started to notice as I produced more and more music was that the more I become a better producer, the better I get at producing things on the first try. In this case it was mid-tempo, and in this case I think I did a pretty good job. Well, of course I'm not going to say it's my best song, and it's not the thing I did that's like the best thing ever. It's a song that I really enjoy, and it's a song that, it's one of my favorites, probably I think I've ever made. And just what I don't like about it is that the sampling is obviously still very shitty, and I don't like how I repeated the bass line again. Because I was like really running out of ideas on what to do, and I didn't want to do something different, but I just repeated the bass line again. I don't know if you're supposed to do that when you make mid-tempo. I know every mid-tempo song that I've heard, it repeats, but I did not know what to do in this instance, and so I just repeated it because I didn't know what to do.
Finished and breathed games were just across the Twilight Zone.
Got whiplash, nigga?
She's a nightmare that you won't wake from.
What do you call that?
Oh, that was Rhythm. I know it's you! You're just a fucking deviant!
I swear to God, I'm such a fucking nerd. So this is probably one of my least favorite songs because I don't know why. I just hate my music and I hate myself. I don't know why. But I'm such a fucking nerd when I made this song because I actually mastered the art of desampling, and I just got some Five Nights at Freddy's samples and some Twilight Zone samples and some Detroit Become Human samples, and just implemented all of that into the song to make the track. By the way, Detroit Become Human is actually such a good game. Sidechaining was also something that was very hard for me to do when I made this song, and it was just really hard for me to like get the low end up there, and mixing it was also very, very, very difficult. But I became like a pro at sampling after the song, and I really got the hang of it and the gist of it when I made the song. I guess really the only thing that I don't like about the song is the mix and master aspect of it. I really think that the only thing I really can't do well in making music is mix and master. And that's where all of my songs might be at fault, because I can do everything else very nicely. But when it comes to mixing and mastering, I'm shit. But I think that does it for this video. Before I go, there's a little quick ID that I want to show you guys before I leave.